in the vast cold silence of space. They watched us. They were called the Varnuk, an ancient alien race, born without emotion. No love, no hate, no fear, only logic, only control. For centuries, they observed other species, and when they found weakness, they conquered. And now, they watched Earth, seen, inside an alien control chamber, cold, metallic machines humming. A tall, silver-skinned alien stood in front of a glowing screen. His name was Commander Zirn. The screen showed images of humans laughing, hugging, crying, shouting. Zirn turned to his team. "They are ruled by emotion," he said in a flat, robotic voice. "Love, grief, anger. These are flaws. They make them weak." Another alien nodded. "Their wars are emotional. Their decisions are emotional. They are not ready for us." Zirn raised his hand. "Begin the silent invasion." Scene: Earth, remote village in northern India. It was a quiet night. The stars were clear. In a small village, a soldier named Arav Singh returned home after 6 months on the border. He opened the wooden gate slowly. His daughter Mira saw him and screamed in joy. "Papa!" She ran into his arms. His wife, Rima, came out of the house, smiling with tears in her eyes. Arav hugged them tightly. "I'm home," he whispered. For a moment, the world was perfect, but perfection doesn't last. Scene: sky turns dark, silent spaceship above the village. Up in the sky, a shape moved silently. No sound. No light. No warning. The Varnuk scout ship entered the atmosphere. It landed behind the hills, unseen. Small metallic drones flew out. They had no eyes, just sensors. They scanned the village silently. And then, they attacked. Scene: Arav's house. Night turns to horror. Mira was sleeping. Rima was cooking. Arav was smiling, looking at family photos. Suddenly, the walls shook. A strange buzzing sound came from outside. Arav stepped out. A bright red beam cut across the sky. He saw his neighbor's house explode. He grabbed his rifle, even though he didn't know what he was fighting. Rima screamed. "What is that?" Arav pushed her inside. "Take Mira. Hide in the basement. Now." Outside, drones flew over the fields. Cows ran. Trees caught fire. People screamed, ran, vanished. It wasn't war. It was extermination. Scene: Arav fights back. Arav shot at a drone. The bullets bounced off. He ducked, rolled, threw a stone. The drone scanned him and fired a small energy bolt. Arav was thrown back. His shoulder burned. He got up. He ran inside. "Rima, Mira!" But it was too late. The drone had already entered. Scene: silence. Inside the house, it was silent, too. Silent. Smoke. Burned walls. His daughter's toy on the floor. Arav dropped to his knees. His hands shook. His eyes stared at the empty space, where his family had been. And then, he screamed. A scream so deep, so loud, it echoed through the valley. It wasn't just pain. It wasn't just loss. It was rage. Scene: alien ship watching Arav back in the Varnuk ship. The drones reported that one alien scientist looked confused. Subject did not freeze, did not run, did not hide. He resisted. Commander Zirn looked at the screen. Saw Arav standing in fire. Body injured, eyes filled with pure fury. "Interesting," Zirn said. "He is acting on emotion." "Yes," the scientist said, "but this one is dangerous. He resists logic." "He is alone," Zirn replied. "He is no threat." Scene: Arav escapes. Arav picked up what was left of his daughter's toy. He limped out of the burning village. Behind him, flames. Ahead of him, mountains. He did not know where he was going, but he would not stop. Not until he found who did this. And why. Scene: world reacts. The world woke up the next morning to strange reports. Whole villages. Gone. No signs of bombs or missiles. Just silence. And death. Governments panicked. No enemy was seen. No one claimed responsibility. And while the world questioned, the Varnok continued their silent invasion. They attacked at night. They targeted places where there would be less media, less attention. They wanted fast conquest. No drama. No resistance. Seen. Underground Varnok lab. Humans were being studied. Some were kept alive to test emotional reactions. One woman cried. One screamed. One prayed. The aliens observed everything. Emotion makes them unstable, the scientists noted. But we must be careful. It may also make them unpredictable. Commander Zirn replied calmly, "They are not logical. They are not ready. They will fall." Seen. Arav in the mountains. Days passed. Arav walked alone through the forests. His wounds were healing, but his anger grew. He found a small cave. Inside, an old radio. A broken military pack. He listened. Static, then voices. Unknown enemy. Reports from East India, Central Africa. Avoid open areas. Repeat, avoid. Then silence. He looked up at the sky. "You think we're weak," he whispered. "You took my family." He picked up a broken piece of metal, sharp like a blade. "You haven't seen what rage can do." Scene. Flashback. Arav with daughter. He remembered his daughters. Laughed at her small hand in his. He remembered promising her, "Papa will protect you, always." He failed, but he was still breathing. So he would fight, not just for her, for all of humanity. Scene. Alien ship. Final dialogue of part 1. A drone entered the control room. It played a recording. Arav's scream echoing through the valley. One alien guard stepped back. "Commander, this human, he is different." Zirn narrowed his eyes. One man cannot stop a storm. But deep inside, for the first time, he felt something strange. Something like doubt. Ending narration. Fade out. They came in silence. They thought we were weak, but they didn't understand. Our greatest strength is not peace. It's rage. After the silent invasion. After the burning of villages. The world was different. And so was Arav. He was no longer just a soldier. He was a spark. A fire waiting to burn. Scene. Arav walking through forest. Early morning mist. Arav moved carefully through the trees. His shoulders still hurt from the attack. His eyes searched the horizon. Every shadow looked like a threat. The cold morning air burned his lungs. But inside, something hotter was growing. Rage. He remembered his wife's smile, his daughter's laughter, and the silence where they once lived. He clenched his fists. "This fire inside me," he whispered, "it will burn them all." Scene. Small group of survivors hiding in an abandoned barn. In the distance, a faint cry. Arav paused, then moved toward it. Inside a dark barn, a handful of people huddled together, scared, silent, their eyes lit when they saw him. "You're alive," said an old man. "For now," Arav replied. He looked at their faces, fear and hopelessness. "We can't hide forever," he said. "They will come again, but we can fight." Scene. Close up on Arav's face. His voice was steady. "I won't let them win." Scene. Village ruins. Arav finds a broken radio. Arav picked up a broken radio lying in the dirt. Static hissed. Then a faint voice. "To all survivors. Gather at the safe zone. Help is coming." But the message was weak, distant. He sighed. There was no help, only humans. And their rage. Scene. Arav repairing a drone weapon near the barn. Arav and survivors collected alien tech, broken drones, small weapons. Arav studied them carefully. He lifted a small metal piece, turning it in his hands. "If we learn their machines," he said, "we can use their strength against them." Scene. Nightfall. Arav teaching survivors to fight. By firelight, Arav trained the group. He showed them how to hide, how to move quietly. How to use rocks, sticks, anything, as weapons. You don't need fancy guns, he said. You need courage. Scene. Inside the alien ship, scientists watch humans. Alien scientists studied the humans. Their rage is growing, said one. It is uncontrollable, said another. Commander Zirn frowned. We expected resistance, he said, but not like this. Scene. Arav saves a child from a drone. One day, Arav heard a cry. He ran toward it. A child was cornered by a small drone. Arav didn't think twice. He grabbed a metal pipe and charged. The drone fired a laser beam. Arav blocked it with the pipe, then swung it hard. The drone shattered. The child ran to Arav and hugged him. Thank you, the child said. Arav smiled, a rare, soft smile. Scene. Alien communication room. Confusion. Alien technicians reported. The humans fight back. Zirn looked worried. Why do they not break? Scene. Arav speaking to the group. They think we are weak, Arav said. They do not understand our strength. He paused. Our anger, our pain. It is a fire they cannot put out. The survivors nodded, their faces lighting with hope. Scene. Arav and Alina meet. In the next village, Arav found a woman hiding. Dr. Elina. She was a scientist, smart and brave. They looked at each other carefully. I'm not just hiding. Alina said, I'm planning. Planning what? Arav asked. To fight back. Scene. Alina's plan. Alina showed Arav maps and alien technology. Their machines listen to us, she said. If we learn to speak their language, their code, we can take control. Arav smiled. Together we can light a fire they can't stop. Scene. Night. Humans attack an alien drone station. The group moved silently through the forest. Arav led them. Alina hacked into a drone's control system. Suddenly, the drones stopped attacking and turned against the aliens. It worked. Arav whispered. The humans cheered quietly. Scene. Alien ship alarm sounds. Commander Zirn slammed his fist. They are evolving. This is unacceptable. He stared at the screen showing Arav and the rebels. We must end this now. Scene. Arav and Alina planning next move. They think we will give up, Arav said. But we will never stop. Alina nodded. Our fire will burn through their cold silence. Scene. Final narration. The silent invasion had met its match. One man's rage became a spark. And that spark was about to turn into a flame. After the first fires of rebellion, after the spark of human rage, the Varnak grew curious. They did not understand humans. They thought emotions made humans weak. So they captured some. And began the experiment. Scene. Alien laboratory. Cold, bright lights. Inside a vast chamber, humans were held in small cells. Some were young, some old. All confused. The walls were smooth and cold. No windows. Only metal and strange machines. Scene. Close-up. Dr. Alina inside a cell. Alina sat on the floor, bruised but alert. Her eyes burned with defiance. She watched an alien scientist examine her. Why do you resist? The alien asked. Because I am human, she replied. The scientist's face showed no expression. Scene. Another human prisoner. A man screams in pain. Different human was hooked to machines. The alien scientists used tools to cause pain, cold, fire, electric shocks. The man screamed, but did not break. Scene. Laboratory observation room. Two Varnak scientists watched the humans. Their emotions are unpredictable, one said. We see fear, sadness, but also strength. Why do they not break? The other asked. Because emotion is more than weakness. The first answered. Scene. Alina's mind flashback. Alina remembered her family, her small daughter's smile, her promise to protect them. She whispered to herself. I will not be broken. For them, for all of us. Scene. Alina speaks to a fellow prisoner. A young woman sat beside her, tears on her cheeks. They think emotion is weakness, Alina said softly. But it is our power, the woman nodded. A mother's rage. Can move mountains. Scene. Alien laboratory, scientists discuss. The lead scientist was worried. These humans do not react as expected. Their emotions give them strength, said a junior scientist. They are dangerous. Scene. Alina watches alien guards carefully. Alina noticed the guards were careless. They talked among themselves. They laughed sometimes, she planned. She was waiting for the right moment. Scene. Alina steals a small alien device. One day, when a guard's back was turned, Alina slipped a small device from the table. It was a communicator. She hid it in her clothes. Scene. Late night. Alina uses the device. In the darkness, Alina whispered codes into the device. To anyone listening, we are prisoners. We will not give up. She waited for a sign. Scene. Outside the lab, Arav and survivors approach. Arav led a small group toward the alien facility. They had heard rumors of prisoners. They wanted to rescue them. Scene. Inside the lab, alarm suddenly sounds. The alien alarm blared. Guards shouted. Alina smiled slightly. She had triggered the alarm with her stolen device. The chaos was the moment she needed. Scene. Prisoners prepare to escape. Alina moved quickly. Get ready, she whispered. The other prisoners stood. Their faces showed fear and hope. Scene. Guards rush into the cell area. The doors opened with a loud hiss. Guards with weapons rushed in, but the prisoners fought back. Alina pushed a guard. Arav and his team burst in through the side entrance. Scene. Fierce fight inside the lab. Bullets flew. Alarms screamed. Arav fought fiercely. The prisoners took courage from his rage. Scene. Escape begins. Arav and Alina led the group through dark corridors. Explosions shook the building. Scene. Outside the lab, running toward forest. They ran through the night. Behind them. The lab burned. Behind the fire, the sound of alien ships approaching. Scene. Group rests in forest clearing, exhausted. They sat. Ino looked at Arav. We did it, she said. This is only the beginning. Scene. Alien Command Center. Commander Zirn furious. Zirn slammed his fist. They escaped. After all our plans. This human resistance grows. Scene. Arav looks at the stars. Arav held a small token, a piece of his daughter's toy. He whispered, we will fight. Until the end. Ending narration. The Varnuk tried to break them, but humans turned pain into strength. They fought back, and their fire was only growing. The world had changed. The silent invasion was no longer silent. The humans had tasted fire, and their rage was spreading. Scene. Arav and Alina walking through dense forest. Arav and Alina moved quietly through the trees. Their small group followed behind, tired but determined. Arav looked at Alina. We can't fight only with anger, he said. We need something more, Alina nodded. We need hope. And we need to protect the hidden flame. Scene. Flashback. The hidden flame. The hidden flame was a secret, a place deep in the mountains. A safe zone where survivors gathered. A place where the fire of humanity could burn freely. Scene. The group approaches a secret cave entrance. Survivors reached a hidden cave covered by vines. Arav pushed aside the branches. The group entered quietly. Inside. The cave was warm. Faint light glowed from torches. Scene. Inside the cave, small community. Inside the cave lived many survivors. They had built shelters. Children played quietly. Elders shared stories. Scene. Arav addresses the community. Arav stood before the group. We have escaped the darkness. But the fight is not over. He looked at the faces. Our strength is our fire, our emotions. They thought emotion was weakness. But they were wrong. Scene, Alina. Shares new plans. Alina showed the community a map. The aliens are vulnerable. Their machines can be hacked. We can use their weapons against them. The crowd murmured. Scene. A young boy asks a question. Will we win? The boy asked. Arav smiled. We have fire. We will fight. Scene. Alien ship. Commander Zirn frustrated. Zirn stared at reports. They hide like rats. Their rage grows stronger. He spoke to his officers. We will crush their flame. Scene. Arav trains the survivors. Arav taught survival skills. How to move silently. How to use emotion as strength. Scene. Alina works on alien tech. Alina studied alien devices. She decoded signals. We can fight smart, she said. Scene. Night in the cave. Arav and Alina talk. I feel something, Arav said. What? Alina asked. Hope. They looked at each other. Scene. Alien drone patrols nearby, outside the cave. Alien drones searched, but they did not enter. The hidden flame remained safe. Scene. Arav stands on a cliff, looking at the stars. We are not weak, he whispered. We are fire. Ending narration. The hidden flame burned. Bright. The humans would not be broken. Their rage was their strength, and the fight had only just begun. Narration begins. Tense, gripping voice. The hidden flame was burning strong, but every fire has its breaking point. Arav knew their fight was growing harder. The enemy was ruthless. The question was, how long could they hold on? Scene. Early morning. Arav wakes up in the cave. Arav sat up. His body ached. His mind raced. He looked at the faces of sleeping survivors. We must be ready, he thought. They will come for us. Scene. Alina testing a new device. Alina worked on a small alien weapon. She adjusted wires carefully. If this works, she said softly, we can turn their own power against them. Scene. Outside the cave, alien scout drone flies overhead. Small drone buzzed near the entrance. It scanned the area. Then flew away. Scene. Arav gathers the leaders. Arav sat with community leaders. The enemy knows where we are. They will attack soon. The leaders nodded. We must be ready to fight. Scene. Nightfall. Survivors prepare defenses. Torches lit the cave entrance. People hid weapons. Children were told to stay inside. Scene. Arav watches the horizon. He felt the weight of responsibility. His hands trembled slightly. He clenched his fists. For them, he whispered. Scene. Alien ships descend. Attack begins. Suddenly, the night exploded. Alien ships fired beams. Drones swarmed. Scene. Fierce battle in the cave entrance. Arav and survivors fought bravely. They used the new devices. Alina made. Scene. Alina hacks alien systems mid-battle. Alina connected her device to an alien console. The machines faltered. Some drones turned against their masters. Scene. Arav faces an alien commander. Arav fought a tall alien warrior. Blows exchanged. Arav's rage gave him strength. He landed a heavy strike. Scene. The turning point. The tide turned. Aliens retreated. Scene. Aftermath. Survivors count losses. The cave was quiet. Many were hurt. Some lost. Arav looked at the sky. Scene. Alina approaches Arav. We held them, she said. But the war is not over. Scene. Arav looks determined. We will fight. Ending narration. At the breaking point, humans showed their true strength. Fire inside them burned brighter than ever. Narration begins. Deep, reflective tone. The battle had ended. But the war echoed on. Wounds were many, but so was the spirit. The humans were learning. Every scar told a story, and every story carried a lesson. Scene. Dawn breaks over the forest clearing. Arav woke to soft birdsong. Around him. Survivors stirred. Some cleaned wounds. Others prepared meager food. Scene. Arav walks among the survivors. He saw fear in some eyes, hope in others. He stopped by a young woman tending a child's bandage. "We survived," he said quietly. Scene: Alina in her makeshift lab. Alina examined alien tech carefully. She scribbled notes. "We need to strike harder," she told Arav, "but smarter." Scene: Survivors plan next moves. A map spread on a wooden table. Pins marked alien bases. Arav traced a route. "We hit here first," he said. Scene: Alien ship. Commander Zirn frustrated. Zirn watched reports. The humans refused to die. "They learn too fast," he said. "We must crush their spirit." Scene: Arav speaks to a group of fighters. "This is not just a fight for survival. It's a fight for our soul." Scene: A young fighter's story. A boy told Arav about his lost family. His voice trembled. "I fight for them." Arav placed a hand on his shoulder. Scene: Night mission. Survivors infiltrate an alien base. Silent and swift. The group moved like shadows. Alina hacked the security system. Scene: Inside alien base. Tension rises. The group found alien weapons. They disabled alarms. Scene: Explosion. Alarm sounds. A trap. The survivors fought hard. Scene: Escape through narrow tunnels. They ran. Hearts pounding. Scene: Back at the camp. Celebration and sorrow. They returned with weapons, but some were lost. Scene: Arav reflects alone. Every step forward costs. "US," he said. Scene: Alina approaches with new data. The aliens are adapting. "We must too." Ending narration. The echoes of war carried pain and hope. The human flame burned ever stronger, and the battle for Earth was far from over. The humans had learned to fight smarter, but now it was time to fight with their full power. The fire inside them was no longer hidden. It was a storm. Scene: Arav standing on a hilltop at dawn. Arav looked at the rising sun. His eyes burned with a fierce determination. "Today," he whispered, "we show them what rage really means." Scene: The survivors gather weapons and prepare. Alina checked her devices. Survivors sharpened blades and loaded weapons. Children watched silently, hoping. Scene: Arav addresses the group. "They called our emotions weakness," Arav said. "But our rage is our greatest strength. We fight not just to survive, but to win." Scene: The group moves toward the alien fortress. Under cover of darkness, they move silently like ghosts. Scene: Outside the fortress. Tension builds. Guards patrolled. Drones scanned the area. Heartbeats quickened. Scene: Alina hacks the security system. She whispered codes. The gates unlocked. Scene: The assault begins. The survivors burst in. Shouts, clashes, gunfire. Scene: Arav faces the alien commander again. The battle was fierce. The alien was strong, but Arav's rage was stronger. Scene: Turning point. Arav lands the final blow. With one powerful strike, Arav defeated the commander. Scene: Survivors destroy alien weapons. Explosions rocked the fortress. The humans cheered. Scene: Arav and Alina look at the burning fortress. "This is just the beginning," Alina said. "The fire inside us will never go out." Ending narration. Rage unleashed. A firestorm of humanity. The fight was far from over. But the humans had taken a great step. Narration begins. Deep, final tone. It began with silence. Then came fire. Then rage. Now it ends with the last stand, not of the weak, but of the strongest beings the aliens ever met, the humans. Scene: Forest clearing, early morning fog. Arav walked alone. The grass was wet. The sky was gray. He looked up, seeing the alien mothership above Earth. It was massive, cold, waiting. "It's time," he whispered. Scene: In the hidden base, survivors prepare. Alina tightened straps on her gear. Others gathered weapons. Food and armor. Children were moved to safe shelters deep underground. Scene. Arav speaks to the people. One last time, everyone gathered around. Faces scarred, but strong. They think we're broken, Arav said. They think we'll fall. He looked at them one by one. But they don't know what it means to be human. We fall, yes. But we rise, angry, strong, together. Scene. Alien mothership. Begins descent. Giant alien crafts came from the sky. The final assault had begun. The earth trembled. Scene. Alina activates signal jammers. She pressed a button. We block their communication, she said. They'll be blind. Scene. Battle begins. Chaos erupts. Aliens land. Humans rush from behind trees, rocks, tunnels. Explosions. Shouting. Fury. Scene. Arav leads charge on the mothership ramp. Arav and a small team run up the ramp into the ship. Blasters fire, one by one. They break through. Scene. Inside the ship, narrow metallic corridors. Alina connects a device to the ship's core. It lights up. I can overload it, she says. But I need time. Scene. Arav holds off alien guards alone. He stands in the hallway. Firing, swinging, bleeding. I'm not afraid of pain. He growls, I am pain. Scene. Alina finishes. The core glows red. Done, she yells. Now run. Scene. Group escapes the ship. Countdown begins. As they run, fire spreads. The ground shakes. Scene. The mothership explodes in the sky. Giant ball of flame lights the heavens. Cheers rise from the forest. The invincible ship is gone. Scene. Silence. Survivors look at the sky. Ash falls like snow. No more. Alien sounds. Only wind. Scene. Arav collapses to his knees alive. Alina rushes to him. He smiles weakly. We did it, he says. Human rage saved the world. Scene. Months later, a new Earth. People rebuild. Children laugh again. The flame still burns. But now, it is hope. Not just rage. Final narration. The aliens came thinking emotions were weakness. They left knowing it was humanity's greatest power, not because humans never broke, but because they rose every time they did. This was not the end. It was the beginning of Earth reborn.